welcome back. It's another episode of Talk 22, hosted by me, your boy, Mr. To the Jizzle. We are here once again, bringing you the conversation that you want to talk about, and we give it to you with nothing but the real. Once again, we want to thank everybody who tuned in last time. We had a nice dynamic conversation about financial planning and whatnot during the pandemic season. You know, we know that a lot of people's pockets been hit hard during this pandemic, and we was just trying to give you the knowledge and the stuff that you need to get you right, you know, because a lot of the people in certain neighborhoods just don't get those type of conversations, and we just wanted to be able to put everybody on a level playing field. So I hope you got a lot from that. But thank you for everybody's comments and everybody that came to join the podcast for that. But today, we're going to bring it back. We back to talking about sports, because I know a lot of y'all saw the NBA playoffs pop off, and we saw LeBron James and the LA Lakers take it home. You know, a lot of us may have thought and saw that and knew probably from Jump Street that was going to be the outcome. You know, there was a lot of talk that it might be Giannis and the Bucks. It might be Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers. It might be this one. It might be that one. You know, but at the same time, we knew once AD joined with LeBron, it was going to be a hard pull. It's going to be a hard draw. But, you know, I want to congratulate LeBron James and the LA Lakers on their winning of the championship. But at the same time, as I was looking over the social media and whatnot, like I do, you know, I do a little something cruising over the internet, and I saw there was a lot of hate for LeBron James. And I'm wondering, wow, you know, where's all this stemming from? Where's all this coming from? I don't know what, you know, the man seemed like he doing what he's supposed to do and serving the community right and doing everything. But we see they just don't love him like that, you know? So I think we got to talk about it. And today I brought some of my heavy hitters, like I do, to come talk about the conversation of why exactly today's topic is why exactly do everybody seem like they hate on LeBron James? So I hope you come join us and talk about it. And we appreciate all of your comments. And please leave your comments in the comment section. We do want to hear from all of you. So I just want to bring today my panel today out of the Madison area. I got the homie Bang is on the line. Bang, can you say what's up to the people? Let the people know where you're coming from.
Yo, what's good? This Bang, originally from Chicago. I'm in Madtown right now. What's good?
Yeah, we appreciate you coming through and joining the podcast. Also from the Milwaukee area, I got the homie Dre. Dre is on the line. Dre, say what's up to the people.
What's good, everybody? Mizzle, thanks for having me, man.
Man, we appreciate you coming through, Dre. Man, it's been a long time. Me and Dre go way back, yo.
Too long, bro. Too long.
Yeah, so we appreciate you coming through. Also out of the Milwaukee area, me and this man go way back too. We're looking at the homie, Mr. Cheddar State is in the house.
Mizzle.
Say what's up to the people.
Mizzle, thank you. Thank you. It's an honor to be here. Bang and Dre, thank you for being here as well. It's going to be a great night. I can feel it already.
Yeah.
You already know.
I feel it too, man. This whole conversation is supposed to happen. And I'm glad I got all three of y'all on the line for that. So we're going to just jump right into it if we do. I'm going to start with the homie Dre. Dre, why is it that it just seems like everybody hates on LeBron?
Man, I don't know why they're hating on Mizzle, man. So I think what you can say is the media and the NBA kind of perpetuates that hate because of the whole GOAT talk. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And I'm a Jordan fan first. Then maybe Kobe, then LeBron. So if the conversation is about whether LeBron is the GOAT or not over Jordan, I'm gonna have to say it's MJ all day. But if if your opinion is that LeBron is a trash player, then I'm gonna have to retort and probably say that you don't know basketball. Probably playing too much 2K.
I think I gotta agree with that. I mean, the man showing you he know how to play.
Right.
The man can hoop. I mean, this isn't by accident.
No, it's not. No.
I just need to know, Bang, why exactly do you feel like everybody? I mean, we seen the show everybody hates Chris. I feel like everybody hates LeBron. Why is it everybody hates LeBron?
Man, look, it's so many reasons why the people hating on LeBron. For one, I think that the 30 and up is hating on LeBron because of the LeBron and Jordan comparison. And just like Dre said, man, you pretty much got to give thanks to the sports analysts for that in the media because they're the ones that's hyping that up. I mean, there's really no comparison. The closest person to Jordan is Kobe. They play the same position, but LeBron is a point forward. He's a slasher. You can't compare a slasher to a shooter. And the younger generation, they grew up watching LeBron. So that's what they know. They didn't grow up watching Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So to them, of course, LeBron is going to be the greatest of all time. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can do what he do.
Mhm.
I feel like that move from Cleveland to Miami, that earned him a whole lot of haters. Which to me, I salute that, with players taking control of their own destination. Because when owners do it, when owners cut players or they trade players, I mean, we don't think nothing of it. We were just talking about the Jordan eras, how they dismantled that team. And people, I mean, people might not like it or whatever, but they still die hard fans to their team. But when the player do it, you know what I'm saying, we hate them to the bone. And I feel like that it shouldn't be like that. And they criticize this game. They criticize the game all the time. He can't shoot. He can't take the last shot. He lose in the finals. You know what I'm saying? All that. And he can't play. He got to play with like other superstars, which a lot of other teams got superstars. Pretty much every championship team has superstars, with the exception of maybe two that I could think of, and that's them Celtics with the Wallace brothers, which they ain't brothers, but we call them. I think they was calling them like the Wallace brothers or whatever. And the Spurs with Tim Duncan and Ginobili and them, where Tim Duncan is at the end of his superstar career, so he wasn't even a superstar at that point. So them was just two teams that just played really great. They had real good players, So that to have two or three superstars, and even Jordan had Pippen and Robin, But lastly, I think the main reason why people hate on Bron is people just love to hate. It don't matter who you are. It don't matter what you do. It don't matter how positive you are. You can give your all. You can give all your money. You can help the world become a better place. And there's going to be a group of people that's just not going to like you. That's just how the world is.
You may hit on something there, Bang. Mr. Cheddar State.
Well, what's up,
I gotta know. We're gonna follow up with what Bang just said. Why they mad? Why they hate on LeBron like that? Why they mad at him?
I like to look at that question and say, what do you mean hate on LeBron? That stance right there is a very defensive stance, as if the critique is not worthy. Now, I listened to everybody talk, and you said some good things. You said the media made this comparison happen. The media made this happen.
Right.
The media did this.
This is what they say.
Okay. Did LeBron not himself call himself greatest of all time?
He called himself the king, actually, is what he called.
No. When he passed the ball to Kyrie, and Kyrie made the shot, and they won. On the stand, press conference, he said,
"Well, he did say I'm the best.
I'm the greatest of all time." So no. You can't say I'm the best ever and say, "Hey, listen." No, bro, that's why we don't like you. You can't say I want the Heat and not want the Heat, bro. That don't make sense, man. And that's not from a hater perspective. How many times did Jordan say he the best?
I don't think he ever said that.
Nah.
I don't think he ever called himself the greatest.
Why?
He had to.
Because he don't give a damn what you think about him, bro.
Right.
LeBron cares what you think.
Yeah.
That hurts to watch a grown rich man show low self-esteem on camera. I don't hate LeBron. I encourage LeBron, but no. The reason he gets the flack, in my opinion, is not because of just no. LeBron's amazing, but we know. I want to ask everybody this real fast. What would Jordan do if he had LeBron's body?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
What would he do if he jumped in LeBron's body today? What would he score?
Ooh.
Man.
Would he
He
score
was
the
already
same?
unstoppable.
Would he score the same amount of points? What would Jordan do? 6'8", built like a full bro. This is more LeBron to have, bro. LeBron should get the next 2 rings.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, yeah. You got
and
a
the
point
fact that that's not mandatory for someone who says they're the greatest, that's the dilemma that I'm faced with as a basketball enthusiast. If someone says you're the best, I'm the best.
Yeah.
That's a big statement, man. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
you got to stand on that. That's true. That is very true. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next question.
Well, hold on. I wanna speak on that though. I don't think that just because you think that you're the greatest and you say that you're the greatest, that should automatically get some hate against you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you hear it all the time in music. You see it in boxing. You know what I'm saying? He thinks that he's the greatest. He should think that he's the greatest. He's the best at this time right now. And if he thinks that he's the greatest of all time, then that's just his opinion. I don't think anybody should hate him because of his opinion. He got the right to say. He has the right to say whatever he want to say.
On the court, you should feel that way. On the court,
yeah.
You playing against somebody else, your competition in front of you, absolutely, you should train that way.
Right.
But when you get off the court and a microphone's in your face, and they say, "Hey, bro, what's going on?" They didn't ask you this question. You didn't even hit the winning shot,
right?
And you just simply said, once I got this, I knew I was the greatest. You didn't even hit the shot. But you the greatest. You say that out of your own mouth. And he knows he's talking about Jordan. Didn't he say he's not going to wear 23? Didn't he say I'm not wearing 23?
So you're telling me you got to hit the last shot? So we gonna throw Robert. We got to throw Robert Horry in the conversation. He hit plenty of last second championship shots. The last shot don't mean nothing.
No, the last shot means the most.
It does mean something. Yeah.
It means that's how you win the game.
I don't think it mean the most. I'll take that back. It don't mean nothing. But just because he didn't hit the last shot to win a championship, that doesn't mean that he can't be the greatest.
I'll rephrase that.
That's true.
He called himself the greatest in public after someone else performed the toughest shot of the game. That's a fact. It's not an opinion. The toughest shot of that game was that 3-point shot to win it. Okay. Now you didn't even hit it, and you said you're the greatest. Forget why he said it. The fact that you said, if I say right now I'm the greatest at anything, that's a tough thing. I don't even want to say that. You know what you're gonna get out that. He knew what he was saying. So what he really was saying, which is why we here right now, is I'm better than Jordan.
Okay. He got the right to say that. His greatness is what got that team to that position so that Kyrie can shoot that last shot.
Hey, what he should be saying is he's one of the greatest. That's what he should be saying as far as instead of the greatest. I see what you're saying, Cheddar, because basically what you're saying is on the floor, play like you're the greatest, but don't. If ain't nobody asks you to say it, then you don't say it. Let your play speak for itself.
And that's true. I feel you, but that is times change, man. Times change.
I think that's the difference between today's basketball players and the ball players of the past. Right. I think that's where it stands. Okay, we'll move on to the next question if we can get to that. Okay, so that being said, I want to ask, is 10 NBA final appearances not impressive? Like, I mean, the man did say, are you not entertained? He is the king. Are you not entertained? I mean, what else is he supposed to do? 10 appearances? And I mean, we can't just, that ain't no slight. I mean, you can't just say that's nothing, So I want to go back to you, Bang. What do you say on that? 10 NBA finals appearances, 4 wins now. Is that not impressive?
Of course, it's impressive. It doesn't matter if he didn't win no rings. It's impressive to get to the NBA finals. It's not easy. It's a whole lot of competition. It's very impressive for 10 appearances with multiple teams. Greatness is greatness. Mm-hmm. It don't matter. It don't matter what sport. It could be boxing. It could be soccer. It don't matter what it is. Greatness is greatness. His number speaks for itself. I think that once he retires, then I think people will start giving him the credit that he deserves. The numbers don't lie. He might not never escape the comparison to Jordan, was kind of starting all this hate, but at the same time, nobody has his numbers. So most definitely 10 NBA final appearances is most definitely impressive.
Right.
Okay. Drake, I want to see what you think on that. 10 NBA Finals appearances.
10 NBA Finals appearances is definitely impressive in my opinion, because ain't that what you play for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, don't you play to get to the Super Bowl, or do you play to get put out first round or don't make the playoffs?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That should be everybody's goal, to get to the finals every single year. And the fact that he did it, 10 consecutive times?
You're trying to get that chip.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many teams you gotta go through, you know, to make it. Now I get it. You know, he's lost more than he's won, but the fact that he made it there, there's a lot of NBA legends that's never made it that many times to the finals.
Right.
There's a lot of NBA greats, Karl Malone, John Stockton, you know what I'm saying, that we all consider greats, that's made it only to fail, you know, in the hands of Jordan or whoever.
Yeah.
You know, but I guarantee you, if you ask Karl Malone or John Stockton, you know, saying would they have wanted to go back a few more times other than those two against the Bulls? Yeah, they're gonna say yeah, whether they win or lose. You just want that opportunity.
Would they had a chance to win if they would have went 10 times?
They probably would have. I mean, you know, the league kind of shifts. You know what I'm saying? Very seldom, not since the early 90s or 80s, very seldom have both the East and the West been strong at the same time. You know what I'm saying? What you've been saying is you got a strong East or a strong West.
Right.
Depending on how your team is put together, you get to the finals, you know, pretty much it's an automatic win.
Right.
You know?
Okay. Mr. Cheddar State, need to know from you. Are you not entertained? I mean, 10 NBA Finals appearances, is that not something that he can't hang his hat on? Being LeBron James?
I mean, I say this, man. What are you saying?
Is that not impressive to go to the finals?
Going to the finals or winning it?
No, going to the finals.
Going to the finals.
Correct.
So really what you're saying, let's be honest, you're saying is losing in the finals 6 times still impressive, right?
No,
because that's what you did. You said you're not saying what happened. He went and lost. So you're saying even though he lost 6 times
correct,
with amazing teams, right?
Despite the loss, yeah.
Is that impressive?
Correct.
It's being the loser of the champion impressive. I lost to the champion 6 times. Spurs beat me. Dallas beat me. Spurs beat me. Spurs beat me. Golden State. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. You, my friend, are accomplished. Look what you did. You got whooped. You let Jason Terry outscore you in the last 2 games of the series. JJ Barrera outscored you. Old man Jason Kidd, Racine's finest, Caron Butler, stand up right now. Took the ring from your lazy little hands. That ain't impressive, bro. LeBron should have 7 rings right now. 8 rings, man. Come on, man. He should have stayed. No. Answer is no. Let me not get long-winded. No.
Okay.
Hey, let me go back to that question, man.
Okay, Dre. Finish up with that.
Hey, Cheddar. So we talking about the infamous 2011 LeChoke series, right?
Yeah.
I call it the stand-up Dirk Nowitzki and Jason Terry series. Right, the Arizona's Alive series.
Hey, but check it out though. That same year they lost, right?
Right.
Dallas beat to get to that championship. They swept the 2-time defending champion Lakers with Kobe Bryant.
They did.
They swept that team. Nobody talks about that. And then they went and beat the OKC Thunder, which had Durant, Westbrook, and James Harden.
Correct.
So they had a squad.
You know what I'm saying? Them squads. We talking about they swept the Mamba.
The Heat beat the OKC team the next year, you know.
Yeah, we talking about 2011 though. 2011.
But I'm saying the next year, that's one of the OKC team that I'll say this. Right. Dallas, as good as they were, was not the Heat. And if you watch that series, this is one reason why I like Jordan, right? He says, Bill Cartwright, you're not taking all my shots.
Yeah.
Watch that series. Watch Chris Bosh take all the shots.
But we know Jordan was a scorer, so that's.
But no, not even a scorer. Like right now, Missile, who's the leader of this podcast?
Myself.
You, right? What? Now, why is that?
Because I am the host.
You maintain that responsibility, don't you?
This is correct.
And if this podcast falls apart, who's accountable for that?
That would be myself.
Okay, so I'm saying right now, if you're on the court and Chris Bosh is taking all the damn shots,
I'm gonna have to take that ball. But that
didn't happen, bro.
It didn't happen.
LeBron was disrespected like Giannis was in the playoffs early in his career. They didn't go to LeBron, though.
Hey,
So you're saying if you don't win a championship, then it's not impressive?
No. I'm saying if you go, no. What I'm saying is losing the finals 6 times is not impressive.
So if he just lost it once, if he went to the finals one time and never won a championship, would that still be impressive or no?
The dominance you display as a player is impressive. Let me say this. When he lost, right, to Golden State that year, that was impressive by himself. Because if that was the year I was like, dog, if he does this, no more talking.
Right.
This is maturity. He was doing when he took Indiana out, then he took Toronto out, he took Boston out. I said, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Stop being nice. You kicked Derrick Rose, Isaiah Thomas, and D-Wade off your team and made them homeless, bro. Get off my team, bum ass niggas. I'm about to do this one time to go to LA. I said, that's so selfish. That's you could have brought them with you. Get out of here. You don't listen well enough. That's what I'm talking about. If he could have kept that attitude, bro, they would have formed around him. Now he understands. I'll just go form my teams around me. His whole team is me, AD, and you see when they won, I got both of them, and y'all watching me talk.
Yeah,
he's sort of walking in that. He's a dominant player, but
since he lost 6 finals,
6.
That's what makes it not impressive. It's not the fact that he won 4. It's not the positive. But since he lost 6, he lost 6. So what about
Jim Kelly?
What about any other superstar that has made it to the Hall of Fame that ain't never won a championship ever?
Jim Kelly lost 4 Super Bowls.
Right.
Thurman Thomas lost 4. When's the last time you've heard Thurman Thomas? When's the last time you heard Bruce Smith?
Okay.
These are Hall of Famers.
Okay.
Bro, you lost 4. Tom Brady is not the best quarterback because he's in that same weak-ass division. It don't take a lot to get there. But when he got there, what did Tom Brady do? He won. Now, Tom Brady had an easy route. We all know it. Easy route to get to the AFC championships. The Packers go to the NFC championship.
I mean, you could say that, but his career is still impressive. It don't matter.
To go talking about that action.
To go to the Super Bowl that many times, and he didn't win every time. It's still impressive because to make it to that last final, to make it to them last games, it's not easy. It don't matter what conference you come from, what side of town. It don't matter.
That's what you play.
It's not easy. It's not easy.
I think I agree with both of you, but we're gonna move on to the next question, and I think it's gonna grow from there. I want to ask, what we look at it, we see that LeBron also gets a lot of kickback and a lot of talk against the fact that they feel that LeBron has kind of changed the league in forming these super teams, whatnot. They feel like they put that responsibility on him because of his move to Miami. My question to you, and I guess I'm going to start with Mr. Cheddar Steak here again. I want to know, does LeBron deserve the blame for the emergence of the super teams in the NBA? I mean, I feel like there was super teams before LeBron, but they put that blame on LeBron. Do you think he deserves that blame?
No, I don't think he deserves that blame. It's been a lot of. I mean, the Celtics were an old ass super team. They got together and made a super team, and that super team made him make a super team, right? Right. And that super team made Golden State sort of form an organic super team, which is different, right? And now you got everybody else doing this. Right. I think what we seeing is that it doesn't work. But no, I think the problem is that LeBron fans won't admit that the Miami was a good move to make, and Chris Bosh and D-Wade were essential players. A lot of them say he's different than KD. That's not that's not true. He went to a super team. I bet somebody thinks he didn't go to a super team. You know what I mean?
Okay. I want to hear from you, Bang. Do you feel like LeBron deserves that blame for putting together the super teams that it seems like teams want to do and bond during the summer and talk and join and get pen pals and whatnot and see, oh, you're gonna come join me, So, it just seems like the league's different. They put that blame on LeBron. Do you feel like he deserves that?
Nah, he definitely don't. But when you the face of the NBA, you got to take hits like that. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, everything in this world changes. Everything changes with time. The NBA changes with time. I think it's something that had to been done because of his gameplay. And I agree with Cheddar. I think it did have something to do with that move to Miami. And I mean, by him being a point forward, he could play damn near every position. You gotta build teams around beating LeBron because he could damn near beat everybody that go against him on a 1-on-1. So I don't think it's a blame game. They gonna blame it on him for whatever reason. I can understand it, but I don't agree with it. Okay.
Now, I do agree with Bang and what he said, that a lot of these teams will drop you like a bad habit anyway. So, these players want to get together and actually try their best to win a championship. I mean, if you ain't trying and then what you doing, I mean, you got to try to win a chip, So I'm going to ask you, Dre, do you feel like that's is that on LeBron for wanting to put together these super teams?
No, it ain't on him. It ain't on him. I think LeBron was just smart enough to form a team while he could still hoop. At a decent age when he still had game. Look at the 07-08 Boston Celtics. They had Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen on the same team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The 96-97 Rockets had Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, Hakeem Olajuwon, and Clyde Drexler. You know what I'm saying? And then the Lakers at one point had Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Shaq, and Kobe.
You forget about that. Yeah.
Them was super teams way before LeBron, but they was past their prime because they was desperate for a championship and decided to put them together at the last minute, and it didn't work. LeBron was just smart enough to do it, like you said, like it's still. If we on the courts, if we playing neighborhood ball, and I got a squad, and I'm steadily losing to the same team over and over, I'm gonna go find some cats. We coming back to run that back. You know what I'm saying? That's street ball. I'm gonna build my own team. Same thing LeBron did. He just took control of his own destiny.
Okay. All right. I want to ask you guys this. Do you think LeBron is hated because he's compared to Jordan? I think we kind of touched that, but I want to see just straight from your thoughts. I feel like Bang said, a lot of the hate seems like it's coming from the fact that we compare him so much to Jordan. And I guess I'll give you a chance again, Bang, to speak on that. Do we feel like that's what the hate is really about? Is it because it's so much of a strong comparison to Jordan?
Yeah, I definitely think that that's one of the biggest reasons why so much hate on LeBron. But at the same time, it's a business, you know what I'm saying? And the comparison is just raising awareness to the NBA. It's just making it interesting, you know what I'm saying? To me, is really no comparison. Jordan and LeBron. There's no comparison. They're different positions, different roles on their team. It's really no comparison. But I think that's one of the main reasons. It gives people something to argue about. New school and old school always arguing about it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's all opinionated.
I got you. Okay, so Dre, I want to ask you, do you feel like that's where it's really stemming from? Is that, those of us that grew up watching the great one, Mr. 2-3, is that's the reason why, is because there's so much comparison between him and Jordan?
Pretty much, that's what it is. And, it's the comparison with MJ. And for me, I'm from the Jordan era. So when I saw LeBron, I don't really compare him to Jordan. I compare him more to Magic, because to me, he played more like Magic. He's a facilitator. Jordan was he was more of an aggressor. He was more attacking the basket. Magic and LeBron played to me like Magic, but just more athletic. He's a facilitator. That's why, he plays like a point forward or point guard is supposed to play. you don't take ill-advised shots and stuff like that. You're constantly facilitating, making sure people in the right spot, and so that they can make the play. But first, you got to look at the NBA. The NBA is a business. So you look at, okay, so Jordan retired, what, 98, 99? So Jordan is estimated to take up, Jordan accounted for at least 10 to 20% of the $1 billion revenue that the NBA was bringing in. So what, LeBron got drafted 2003?
Yeah.
All right. So during that little space period, you had the Lakers that won those 3-peat, right? Shaq declined. So the NBA was looking for that face of the league. The only person that could possibly be the face of the league was Kobe. But look what happened in 2003. Kobe caught the rape case. You know what I'm saying? Kobe already wasn't well liked with his peers. You remember he was saying Shaq was giving women hush money to be cool, keep it cool or whatever, and not really say nothing. So he really, like, with the NBA, couldn't use him as the face of the league because of that rape case. So LeBron came in, drafted 2003. They had to have somebody to be the heir of the throne of Jordan to fill them seats and get that revenue pumping again. So like I said in the first question, the NBA has helped perpetuate, having a star of the league. Every sport got a star of the league that people going to show up to see. LeBron was the next in line.
Okay. I mean, yeah, the way we look at that, I mean, ever since Jordan, I feel like there's always been the next Jordan, be it the Grant Hill, be it the Penny Hardaway, be it the T-Mac, be that whoever it was. Yeah, somebody was always the next Jordan,
Somebody, we always looking for the next person in every sport, even boxing. When Tyson fell off, we was looking for the next Tyson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When retired, we're looking for the next Jordan. To me, the closest person to Jordan is Kobe. To me, you know, to me is in my book is Jordan, Kobe, then LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even Magic before LeBron. So, like I said, the NBA just looking at that revenue. They're looking for, ways to fill them seats, and they're gonna call LeBron the king before LeBron called himself a king.
Okay, so Mr. Cheddar State, I want to get you in on this conversation. Do you feel like it is the comparison with the GOAT is the reason why the king gets so much hate?
Yeah, I want to say you can call it a comparison to Michael 23, whatever, right? Or you can call it a comparison to the culture, right? Because right now LeBron did something that no other player did. I don't believe. He won 3 different rings with 3 different teams, right?
This is very true. First,
that you went to 3 different teams. You know what I mean? And that's something that you do now. In the 80s and 90s, you wouldn't want to do that, right? Scotty did it, but no one's talking like, hey, Blazers. I forgot he played for the Rockets until Dre said that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to say it's not the comparison necessarily to just Michael, but to the culture, the tougher culture, right? The more gritty, less forgiving, blue collar culture of a Chicago 80s, 90s kind of player, So that's what I really think it is. But he does put on himself, however, and I've stated before how he does that. And like I said, he's wearing 23. You're wearing 23. Anybody, if you, like we said, fall on the court. We go on the court right now to Lincoln, and somebody got 23 on. All right. You know what I'm saying? That's not a humble number to have, bro. So that's all. That's what I think.
Okay. That moves on to the next question, I guess. I'm gonna go to you, Bang. Do you think that LeBron is too nice to be dominant? I mean, a lot of times we look at it, he befriends so many different players, he befriends so many different people. He's always, Mr. Nice Guy on the court. The way that they looked at it, they looked at it like Jordan, Kobe, they were there to cut your neck off. They were there to slice your throat, And the way that they say with LeBron, he's going to be kind of nice and talk to you and give you some advice and do it. You ask Kobe some of that, Kobe, Get the heck around from me, you know? So my
Right.
question to you is, do you feel like LeBron's just too nice to be that dominant?
I don't think so. I don't think nice has anything to do with being dominant. I mean, his play on the court is his play on the court. I mean, it was a lot of players that were quiet, monotone, not exciting at all. You know what I'm saying? But their game speaks for itself. I think what Cheddar was saying was absolutely right. Though the coaches is different. You know what I'm saying? The new players, they're not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they cool with each other. They cool with their teammates. For whatever reason, I mean, motherfuckers then wasn't really getting along with Kobe, and Jordan was getting into fights with his teammates. I mean, that's just how it was back then, you know. So LeBron is still the most dominant person. It don't matter how nice he is or how polite he is. He's still the most dominant person. In my opinion, he's still the best in the NBA right now, even at his age. So I I really don't think it nice and dominant. I really don't. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Okay. Drake, you know, with LeBron, sometimes people say he's just too nice. You know, I mean, he took J.R. Ryder, cost him a championship in Cleveland. And he took that man back off of the streets, got him a job in LA, won him a championship again, where he didn't have to do a thing. Is LeBron just too nice to be that dominant?
I would say so. And when we talk about him being nice, LeBron is probably the best player in a soft NBA league. You know, we always get the comparison. Could LeBron play in the Jordan era?
Mm-hmm.
He probably would have had no choice but to play like them because they, you know, you get hacked. Look how much Jordan was hacked in the Detroit series. They never called a foul. Right. But now, you know what I'm saying, if you brush up against somebody, it's a flagrant. You know what I'm saying? And that's my only gripe about LeBron is on his gameplay at times. I think it's too soft, too nice. You know what I'm saying? He flopping sometimes, and then when he blow past and dunk on somebody, then he flex. You know what I'm saying? You can't be both at the same time. Either you're gonna be tough or you ain't gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, like Jordan, hold your players accountable, get in their face. You know what I'm saying? If they mess up, you know, be there to facilitate and support. But yeah, a little less nice and more dominant, like you know, like the greats.
Okay. I mean, Mr. Chatterstate, yeah, he gets a lot of critics saying that exactly what Dre said, that he flops too much and you know, he playing too soft, he's not as aggressive at times, you know. I mean, supporters of him will say that he's aggressive when he needs to be, but you know, he's not always aggressive. So I mean, my question to you is, do you feel like he's just too nice to be that dominant?
How did J.R. Smith lose the finals?
He was supposed to take the shot and ended up trying to dribble the ball out.
Why did he get the rebound? What happened with the shot? Who took that shot?
LeBron missed the shot.
Who? George Hill
missed the shot.
LeBron missed it?
Yeah.
Won George Hill?
I want to say that was LeBron.
I don't remember.
I believe this happened in that scenario. I recall this answers this question. I'm gonna tie it all in. All LeBron right. Passed to George Hill, made George Hill shoot, took the layup. J.R. Smith got the ball, ran backwards. A few days ago, Danny Green, y'all been watching the playoffs. Who was the worst 3-point shooter in the bubble? Danny Green. Why would you pass the ball to Danny Green to win the game? Excuse me. Why would you put the pressure on Danny Green? Well, you know he's not going to hit that shot. That's why LeBron's too nice. He's not nice enough. I'll tell you why he's not nice enough. Remember that playoff game where Giannis, we was down 3 and Giannis dunked the ball?
Yes.
Before we got ripped. Remember that, though? We needed 3 points. He dunked the ball, act like he didn't know he scored 2 when we needed 3.
Yeah.
You know why, bro? He was scared to miss the ball shot. He was scared at what people might think if he missed. LeBron still got that, bro. When Kareem was playing and Kareem went out, Magic scored 38, 40, whatever. He don't care. Right? Sometimes you get the luxury of saying, I'm nice. Sometimes you pass to the lesser players. So, yes, I believe LeBron is not nice enough to say, Cartwright, if you shoot again, we're fighting. I don't care if you're old and we traded for you. If you shoot again in the last 5 minutes of the game, beating your messed up goatee having ass. And that's what's going to happen. 6 rings.
Okay. But I mean, he has passed the ball to Paxton. He did pass to Steve Kerr.
Jordan. No, who did you say? Who did you just name?
Steve Kerr, John
Steve
Paxton.
Kerr. What does he do? He does one thing. That's what he's supposed. He's a field goal kicker. This is what you do. John Paxton, what do? You've been here with me since the 80s. I trust you. He didn't pass to Randy Brown. He didn't pass, hey, Bushler, bang it out. He didn't do that. If I pass you the ball, miss and see what happens.
I think we should give
the black Ferrari.
I think we should give LeBron a little slack, though. He's not a shooter like we could.
He's not a shooter. He's a basketball player. That's bullshit.
But you talked about like the Jordan era. Jordan is a shooter. Kobe is a shooter. Right. LeBron is not a shooter. So we want him to take the last shot, but that's not the top of his game.
He had 40 points the other night.
He's not a shot shooter.
30 points.
But
he averaged 30 points.
Yeah.
Scorer. LeBron James, who's
he's a scorer
than anybody else
he is a
in
scorer.
The world.
He is.
He's not a scorer. So how come you can't score when the come on, bro? We're getting down to the
it's not like he can't, but that's not the top of his game though.
He's a facilitator.
He's not a shooter. He's not a shooter.
If I need a shooter, you gotta give me points.
He give you points.
If I need points,
he's not a shooter. He's not a shooter.
I need 2 points, bro. 92 points. And it's 35 seconds. And I got LeBron and the rest of the Lakers roster out there. And Anthony Davis is doing his 5th ankle fake, right? And I can't go to him because he's still faking with that ankle. Who do I choose now? Do I say, Dudley, can you wait, LeBron's there. He's not a shooter, though. Okay, what the fuck? Nigga, you better shoot the ball. And if you miss, so what?
He missed,
bro.
So then if he misses it, people hate on him.
Right.
Who cares?
But 2 points though. 2 points. Yeah, I do feel like he got to take that to the rim, and he do got to do what he got to do.
At least
get to the right score. He would have got the foul. Dre bang missile. Would he not have got the foul call if he drove?
He probably would have got the foul.
Probably, yes.
Hopefully got the foul. But look, okay, let's say he hit the 3.
Danny Green?
Yeah, let's say Danny Green hit the 3. We're gonna be saying, oh, LeBron, Danny Green saved LeBron. Just like Kyrie saved LeBron. You know what I'm saying? But I think he made the smart play. He jumped into a double team. It was like 3 people on him.
He ran into it.
Yeah, but you know what? What I would have did was what we wanted LeBron to do is put his head down, go to the rim, get the contact and the foul. That's what he should have done.
Caught it clear out first. Caught it clear out. There was 3 people in the corner. It was 3 in the corner. And he saw that and still drove. He could have said, clear it out, bro. Give me the high pick right here. Bang, bang. He said, no, I'm going to just go right into 3 people, which will be 4, and then give it to the worst player on my team. Then now he gets death threats? You trying to kill your teammate? People want to murder him?
I give you that. But I think he did that on purpose, though. I don't think when he drove to the rim, he looked like he had the intent on shooting that ball. I think he had it. It was in his mind to pass that ball and give an NBA player a wide open shot.
Yeah.
Right. Rondo passed to Anthony Davis for a 3-pointer to win the game instead of looking for LeBron.
Shout out to Danny Green. He ain't the worst player. We're gonna move on to the next question.
He run like this, though.
I could have hit that shot, though. I could have hit that shot. All 4 of us could have hit that shot too, though. So.
Okay.
When Danny Green played the Bucks, he can't miss.
All right. You got a point there. So let's get on to the next question. I want to ask, do you think that LeBron, why doesn't he get enough love for creating the I Promise School in Akron, Ohio? I want to go to you, Dre. Why do you feel like he doesn't get enough love for committing to that school?
Man, I guess that depends on who you ask. If you ask me, you know what I'm saying, I believe he gets it's enough credit, recognition for it. I mean, look what he's offering: free tuition, free meals, tuition to all the graduates to Akron, University of Akron. You know what I mean? Who else is doing that? I know Jalen Rose has his school as well, but I don't see why anybody could dislike or hate on what he's done for that community. No matter, and that's another thing. No matter what, we all talk about how many teams LeBron has played with and how many times he's left Cleveland, but he still reaches back and donates to Akron, the city of Cleveland.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to give him credit for that, man.
Okay, Mr. State. Why do you feel? Do you feel like he gets enough love for doing such things like that, like creating the I Promise School? I just feel like he's not getting enough credit for doing those type of things. I feel like that kind of stuff means more than anything.
He's a very busy man. He has a lot of different things he's always pushing for. I think once he opened it up, he got a lot of credit for it. But he's an athlete, number one, so that's the main topic. And now he's doing other things, obviously, with the current culture. So yeah, I think he gets credit for it. I think as he keeps it, like Oprah School, right? But he doesn't. I'll say one thing, no, he doesn't get the credit for making that school for the people he made it for. He didn't make it for kids in a different country. He made it for Akron. Where the hell is Akron? I still don't know. But if they got a school, LeBron James gave them a school, right? So that doesn't happen a lot. Sometimes you might buy a gymnasium, right? You might donate, but he made a school, bro, and he had to do that. So that to me, no, he doesn't get enough credit for that. If you put it like that, no, I think he doesn't.
Yeah, I definitely feel like he should have got more love than what they even commented on that. Bang, what do you feel like? As far as him putting together that I Promise School, that was big. If you ask me, I mean,
yeah,
people coming from the areas where he was trying to draw those kids out of, they don't get opportunities like that. And I feel like, for somebody like of his caliber to put something like that together, I mean, Jordan has his flight school, but he's reaching out to wealthy kids, that got money like that can probably pay for all those Jordans anyways. I mean, he can carry a school like that. I mean, what do you feel like that with that, Bang?
I mean, I think it depends on who you ask. The media, they not gonna put the good things that we do out there like how it's supposed to. So and we all know that the media ain't for us. It's not ran by us. It's not controlled by us. So when we base things off of what the media is showing us, we always gonna get the wrong message. I'm pretty sure LeBron is getting hella love from people in Akron. He getting hella love from his family and friends and people that know him, people that know the things that he do. He getting a lot of love from people that know what he do. And I think that us as a community, the Black community, we should support him and show him love and give him that respect. And it really don't matter if you're not in our community. It don't matter if you don't support him. It don't matter if y'all don't put it in the media. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what y'all think. We got to care more about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So do he get enough love from every other race? I really don't care. He get love from me. I salute him, and he get love from his people. That's all that matters.
Word.
That's right.
Okay, so to follow up with that, I'm gonna go right back to you, Bang. Do you feel like LeBron's public statements on social injustices and inequalities has helped or hurt his status as, his legacy?
Shit, it's pretty much the same thing. Help or hurt his legacy, it depends on who you asking. I mean, I feel like it helps because he represents our community. He represents our people, and he has a big voice. And I feel like whether your voice is small, big, or medium, that you should speak out on any injustice, discrimination, racism, any wrongdoing. And especially when it's being done to us, yes. You know what I'm saying? I give him a lot of credit. I salute him for that. He should be doing that. A lot of these athletes should be doing it as well. And he's not gonna get credit. His legacy is gonna be hurt by people that didn't come from where he come from, that don't look like us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That don't understand us. They gonna say things like he's just a basketball player, shut up and dribble. You know what I'm saying? Stupid shit like that. Like just because he's a basketball player, that he don't know nothing about politics or he doesn't know anything about anything else that's going on in this world. He's just supposed to be a basketball player. And to me, I don't care if no other race really cares about what he got to say. I care about it. I think our community should care about it. We should support it and encourage other people to also speak on it as well. So it helps his legacy, in my opinion.
Okay. Mr. Cheddar State, I want to ask you that same question. You feel like LeBron commenting on social injustices and inequalities has kind of hurt his legacy or helped his legacy?
I want to say it's confusing to me, because I think that part of his reputation is amazing. He's very bold. He doesn't care who he loses, because he knows, much like the president we have, as long as half of you love me, I'm good, right? So he's going for his sector 100%, and that's since day one. Right? So that part I love about LeBron. He doesn't care. Off the court, he's Jordan-esque off the court, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's saying things that Jordan was scared to say. You know what I'm saying? I think LeBron is very unselfish in that way, and his leadership he didn't have to do. He doesn't have to always do it. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the better players, I don't ever hear him talk, man. Never. And that's okay. And that's okay. I'm not mad at him for not talking. I don't go to work and talk.
We heard him laugh, but no, we never heard him talk.
Now he's crying right now. You know what I'm saying?
He got that Spurs mentality. That's why.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Dre, I want to ask you that same question. Do you feel like LeBron speaking on social injustices and stuff like that in the media where he has things to lose? I mean, he does have a lot of different business things and different people that he deals with, and him commenting on stuff, you feel like this is helping his legacy, or you feel like that kind of puts a stain on his legacy?
I think it's helping his legacy. Like Bang said, depends on who you ask. If you ask the Black community, we love it. We're going to support him regardless of whatever anybody else has to say, because LeBron is using this platform. He's the voice of the people who don't have that platform. You know what I'm saying? Most of our celebrities, our athletes, or Black athletes and Black celebrities, they get rich and they leave the communities behind, and they don't give a shit about police brutality or systematic racism and all that. LeBron still, regardless of what you say about him, he still got his ear to what's going on, and he's speaking up for the voices of the unheard. So to me it helps his legacy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to one of our listeners, Dana, who stated, as an on-court LeBron hater, I support off-the-court LeBron and definitely believe it helps his legacy in the way that truly matters. And I do agree with you there, Dana. That is one of the strongest things that I feel like all of us of the Black culture can kind of say, that we support LeBron in the fact that he is willing to stand for us. Even if you don't support his team or his city, you must agree that is noble. So we stand with you with that, LeBron. I'm gonna go on to the next question. Do you feel like LeBron switching teams has hurt his legacy? I mean, he's now won with 3 different squads, but at the same time, I know a lot of people say nobody else has really done that. We talked about Big Shot Bob. I feel like Big Shot Bob has been on 3 different squads and won championships with 3 different squads. So it's not the first time we've seen this. We did say that it is, but it's not the first time we've seen this. Do you feel like he's the greatest because he's won with 3 different teams, or is he just the best at being a journeyman? So I want to start with you, Dre.
You can't say LeBron is a journeyman. You know why? So when you talk about Robert Horry's won 3 championships. You said on 3 different teams.
Yes,
but his role is he's a role player. He's not that main guy on those 3 teams. LeBron was the main guy on all 3 of those teams. Most people that you see win those type of championships are at the end of their career. They're sitting on the end of the bench, like Udonis on Miami. His game is far gone. He's kind of just a cheerleader. You know what I mean? So those championships, they're good to have. They're good to say that you have, but they don't really mean anything because you didn't really help contribute to those championships. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I think LeBron, winning those 3 championships on 3 different teams, I mean, that kind of boosts his credibility to me.
Okay, I want to correct myself. Horry actually played with 4 different teams, winning titles with 3 of them. He's won now with the Houston Rockets, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the San Antonio Spurs. Those were the 3 teams that he won with.
Yeah.
So I want to go down and move the question to you, Mr. Cheddar State. Do you feel like LeBron is just the best journeyman, or is he actually, has it hurt or helped the fact that he just keeps switching squads and going with, some people say he just goes with the winning team. So, he goes with the one who has the best players that he can play with.
He tried it the old-fashioned way, right? We like let's be honest, man. We like the players. Our culture earlier, right? We like the players who walk into a situation and deal with the situation and don't leave, but try to make their impact at that team, that organization. Russell Wilson is a great example of that. That's why he gets the regard he gets now, because he walked into Seattle. Seattle wasn't Seattle. Now look at Seattle. Patty Mahomes got a little, Alex Smith situation. Good thing going on, but he made it happen. LeBron tried Cleveland. He tried, man. He probably could have got there had he stayed, but he realized, you know what? It's once again, I like LeBron's selfishness when it comes to business. He said, I can probably make more money. Dre, you did a great job talking about the profits of the business with Jordan and his impact and his percentage. When he went to Miami, the jersey sales went up.
Right.
The night he talked about going to Miami, the impact was just, you still can feel that impact made Golden State happen, to be quite honest, right? So no, he doesn't get the same credit. It hurts a little bit, but it doesn't hurt because you don't think he could have done it. You just would have wanted to watch him. You remember when Kobe suffered after they won the championships? Mm-hmm. He had to wait. Then he finally won. That journey, like when Packers finally won again, right? Like, we got one more, right? Aaron could have left. He could have left. So that's what I'm saying. LeBron could have done it, but he felt like he didn't have to do it that way. So it depends who you are and the criticism of it. But he said, you know what? D-Wade right there. I can go, man, let's handle that. Then he said, I'll go back to Cleveland. He understands. LeBron will own a team. LeBron will own a team in the next 10 years, period. You already know that.
Okay. Bang, I want to ask you, I mean, who don't want to leave Cleveland and go to Miami?
Right.
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right. I want to go to Miami right now.
Right. But we respect him for going back to Cleveland and representing once he learned how to win. But then he took his talents then to LA to be with the movie stars and shoot movies with Bugs Bunny. But, is LeBron switching squads like that? Is that really helping or hurting his legacy?
It probably hurt, but it really should help. It helps in my eyes. It might hurt because it's not traditional. Like the fellas was saying, staying on the team and just grinding it out, having them lost years and then coming back and winning the championship, it just feels better with that same team. But, the times has changed, and I feel like going to different teams and winning championships with multiple teams is probably harder than just staying on the same team and just trying to continuously build that team up. Playing with different players, different cities, I think that's even harder to do. So to me, I give a man credit for that. I think it most definitely helps his legacy. He did something that nobody else has done. The man is great. I think we all got to give a man his credit.
Okay.
Hold on. I see the look on your face, Chad. What you got to say though, home?
I have a question.
Okay.
How was leaving a team with no real players harder than staying there? And that's harder staying in Cleveland than it is going to Miami. If he had stayed in Cleveland, had to deal with the monster of Boston still with that team. Jordan's losses, I don't run from them losses. The Celtics and Pistons bodied Jordan for 8 years, bro.
Playing with Boobie Gibson, Delonte West.
But Jordan got to the Eastern Conference Finals with Doug Collins. Body them. Pistons, get up out of here. Them hurtful lessons, I think, would have jaded LeBron more. I think
So
LeBron did.
You think it's easier to go to another team and play with another superstar that you never played with and win a championship there?
I would say it's easier to go to Miami Heat, who already won a title within the last 4 years, and also had Pat Riley and a proven coach, and Dwayne Wade and other proven players who were there and impactful and ready to be impactful. They're better. Miami, forget the city. Miami as a basketball organization is better than Cleveland, right?
Yeah, I give you that.
So that would make it. So that's what I'm saying. So that support is why that's why it's not the wrong reason to leave, but that's why you leave. Because it's easy.
Taking LeBron out the picture, that Miami Heat without LeBron is better than that Cleveland team without LeBron. Most definitely, it was definitely a step up, but I don't think that it makes it easier. You know what I'm saying? Just because he went to Miami Heat.
He had less responsibility on that team because they had better players. When you have better players, you have less responsibility. That helps you.
Yeah, I give you that.
So look, if we're saying leaving a weaker team, going to a better team is less responsibility and an easier road to the championship, then I'm gonna say look at Kawhi. Look at Kawhi's supporting cast with the Raptors compared to the Clippers, and then see and what happened in that bubble. What happened throughout the season?
I would say because I was blessed enough to get tickets to this Clippers game when it came to the Milwaukee, so I was able to see that amazing team. And the difference, and I'm glad you said that. The difference between the Lakers team, and even the Bulls team, and the Warriors team, is players knew their role.
Right.
The Clippers, Beverly thought he was a scorer still.
Right.
Right. And certain players didn't know this. What you like, old Rondo 5 years ago, 6 years ago, not doing this.
Yeah.
I'm Caruso playing with how many minutes over me?
Right.
This round, I said, you know what? This is what you need, bro. I'll do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a professional. Emotions aside, what's my assignment?
Right.
That's the difference. So I think in Toronto, coaching especially, that was a difference between everybody wanted to be the star,
right?
And the Clippers, and nobody wanted to do the dirty work. So that's what I think.
And see, that was the problem with them. The 2011 Miami Heat, when they lost to Dallas, they didn't really understand. LeBron didn't really understand his role because that was Dwayne Wade's team. You know what I'm saying? In that finals, what did he have? In that finals, LeBron averaged 18, 7, and 6.
15 points in the last 2 games.
Yeah. Wade,
15 points.
I get it. Wade averaged 26, 7, and 5. But it wasn't until that next year, LeBron, when D Wade told him, "Hey, this is your team.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fall back. I need you to take control." That's when they won them back-to-back championships because the role was established. I think LeBron came into Miami not wanting to step on Dwayne Wade's shoes on his toes, and they didn't really know how to act in pressure situations.
Learning your role is key. I think those roles is what it's saying it's all about, and I do agree with that. I want to get to the final question here. The final question, I'm gonna go back to you, Dre, that you left that point. Has LeBron lived up to his hype, in your opinion?
I think he has. I mean, the guy came straight out of high school and was labeled the king straight out of high school. Drafted in 2003, went to the finals in 2007. Right. And he took a garbage team to the finals too. You know what I mean? So I mean, when we look at all of the questions that we've been talking about this evening with the choice school and the promise school, the school and all the accolades, the MVPs, and the 10 consecutive trips to the finals. I mean, at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, I mean, them stats kind of speak for themselves, man. Yeah. There's a lot of, like I said before, there's a lot of people we call great. There's a lot of people going to be labeled in the Hall of Fame. They're not going to have those accolades at the end of the day.
Can agree on that. I want to say, Bang, I want to give you the opportunity to speak on that. Do you feel like LeBron has lived up to his hype?
Yeah, I will have to agree. I definitely think, he lived up to his hype. He's done a lot of great things. The numbers are incredible. The championship appearances is good. He got the rings. He did it with multiple teams. I mean, he's the greatest basketball player right now. In my opinion, he's been the greatest in the NBA for quite some time. I mean, the only thing that he could have done more was just win more championships. I mean, if the four would have been maybe 7, then I think that maybe, he probably wouldn't get as much hate. But I think he had an amazing career. And I mean, he's still going. I mean, what else do you really want the man to do at this point?
Yeah. He might got one more in him.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
Mr. Cheddar State, you have the final word on this one.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. When he
should I pass?
When he came into the league, he came in like Dre said, straight out of high school. Got paid from Nike straight out the gate. Got labeled, "You are the king." That's a big term to have to be using coming straight out of high school, playing with grown men in the NBA. Has he lived up to his hype?
I would say there's no question, because I don't think one thing that we put too much on LeBron, and I'll be real, and anybody, you don't know how they feel when pressure comes around, right? I don't know how you would feel in a certain situation. I know I would feel, but I can't really tell you how you feel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you could try to think about how you would feel if you were 18 years old, 17 years old, and ESPN is at your high school games. Your mind is not even a man mind yet. You're still a little, you don't know, you're 17, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he has maintained a clean image. Dre mentioned Kobe, right? Kobe in Denver. And even Jordan had his situations off the court we all sort of know about, but because Chicago Mafia is that good, you never know about, right? LeBron is maintained, man. And he's won NBA championships. His kids is okay. Bronny's going to get a spanking soon, but besides that, his kids are okay. He's done everything, man. And he's doing everything off the court too. So yes, he's handled the pressure of being the first kid athlete who's going to be watched, scrutinized for the last 20 years. And he's done a great job. So I'll say that absolutely. He's handled that pressure. Kudos. I don't know if I know I wouldn't have been able to do it. I couldn't have done it.
Hell no.
I would have stole some glasses in China.
But you know what though? You brought up a good point though. I ain't even realized that man ain't had no scandal. You know what I'm saying? No nothing off the court. They got everybody else, every other superstar, every one of our people. They ain't get LeBron.
They didn't get LeBron. And that's what I mentioned in the beginning. The keys was supposed to be given to Kobe after Jordan left, but they couldn't because of that 2003 rape case. You know what I'm saying? Had it not been for that, we would be talking about Kobe compared to LeBron or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
And that case happened in 2003.
Yeah, same year he was drafted. Same year.
You take away those 2 zeros, what do you got?
Yeah. Say what?
23. Take away those 2 zeros in 2003, what you got? 23.
23, yeah.
Okay, you can't beat it.
All right. Well, I want to thank my guest today for coming to join the podcast. Out of the Milwaukee area again, I got the homie Dre. Drake, can you let us know where we can find you and what you've been working on lately?
Say it again, Mari.
Let us know your IG handle or where we can find you, how they can contact you, and what you've been working on.
Oh, so I'm pumping my cousin's clothing line tonight. Sneakerheadsclothingline.com. Check them out on Instagram, sneakerheads_clothing_line for your latest sneakers and accessories. You got a lot of fire stuff on there, man. Check them out. Check out the hat.
Got a lot of flavor there. Yeah, we appreciate that.
Right.
All right. So y'all check them out there. Also on the line, we had the homie Bang. Bang, let them know what you've been doing, where they can find you.
Yeah, so you can go to my IG, Blaze the Stage 608. You can go to my website, bang2real.net. On Facebook, you can also look up Written Rumble Series. I linked up with my homie Rail Bunches. We brought back the Written Rumble battles. We just had our very first one, Red Rumble Series 1. Filmed that a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so you can go to Red Rumble Series on Facebook. We're gonna throw as many as possible. We're gonna keep coming with them. So you can be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Ram. We had him on an earlier podcast earlier in the year as well. And last but not least, we got the homie Mr. Cheddar State. Let them know where they can find you and what you've been working on, bro.
Well, I've been working on laying low, staying out of trouble. But besides that, the Cheddartainment platform is taking off. So this season is now finally hoodie season. So if you need hoodie merchandise, that's legendary right there. If you need some Cheddar State merchandise, just represent where you're from and what you do. From here to Warsaw, all the way down, up and down to Superior, Milwaukee, Madison. Just let me know at Mr. Cheddar State. Otherwise, you can go to the website, cheddarstate.com, and get your merchandise. And let's represent. So that's what we're working on. We got a new song, old song, it's a new song. We made Classic Man into Packer Fan. That'll be on Apple hopefully next 2 weeks. So when we go on 6-0, 7-0, you can play that before the game starts. Absolutely, man. That's what we're working on, man. Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, man. I appreciate the invitation. This is a wonderful night, man. Y'all, it's my first podcast, so I feel like a star right now. Y'all don't know how much time I watched this 5 times.
Man.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming through as well, Mr. Cheddar State. Some of y'all may recognize him from his days of rocking with the old group 5E, Fifth Element as well. You know, we've done a lot of shows and whatnot with them as well. So back in my Deuce days. So y'all may recognize him as well. So we appreciate him coming through and joining the podcast, as well as all of you and your comments and stuff. That was very appreciated as well. Thank you for tuning in once again to another episode of Talk 22. You know, if anything, I feel like we just got to give LeBron his credit. You know, like Master P always said, give people their roses while they're here. You know, when the man's gone, we're going to feel like, damn, we missed out. Those are too young to see LeBron play. They just really going to not even know how great this dude really was. So, you know, me, myself, yes, I am a Michael Jordan fan, but at the same time, I must give credit where credit is due, and I feel like LeBron is joined and due that credit. So we got to give the man his roses while he's here. So I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Until next time, y'all, I'm your boy Mizzle to the Jizzle. You are listening to Radio 22's Talk 22. Continue to download the app. If you don't have the app, it's on all your Apple and Android devices, radio22.com. And until next time, y'all, I'm your boy Mizzle to the Jizzle. Peace.
I'm the only one still here.